getting on the floor, it was difficult for Pella Christian to find anybody that would score.
Our Greg Young Chevrolet Radio Key Player of the game, Bren Moritz, 10 rebounds, 17 points. She was able to take full advantage. Bice had kind of the early scoring spurt, 10 points in the first half, but it was Moritz down the stretch that really dominated, and she was the one, I think, that took the most advantage of Van Gorp not being in there consistently.
Well, and even when she was, though, she made some really nice moves against Allison and was able to use the crossover really well and used her left hand extremely well. And so that was she was by far the best player, I think, on the floor tonight. And Pella Christian just didn't have enough weapons to be able to double team her when she got the ball, and Allison couldn't handle her by herself.
That's your Greg Young Chevrolet Radio Key Play and Player of the game. Let Greg Young Chevrolet in Norwalk go the extra mile for you with award-winning customer service, thousands of vehicles to choose from, and always here community care. That's Greg Young Chevrolet in Norwalk. And this will wrap up our abbreviated version of the Cabinet Design of Pella radio postgame show. At Cabinet Design of Pella, they expand and enhance your ideas beyond your expectations. Call Mike Baum, the Cabinet Guy at Cabinet Design of Pella. Win, we'll start with where Pella Christian's at. This is a disheartening loss. Not to say they weren't going to lose tonight anyway. The Warriors have been playing better basketball in this stretch of the season, but this is, on paper, the only game that, in theory, they should be competitive in the next three, barring significant improvement over their next three opponents in Indianola, Grinnell, and DCG.
Yeah, they were a slight underdog on paper tonight, but I really thought they could overcome that. I thought the way they played against Pella, that they would be able to come in here with some confidence and play well and make it a game. And quite obviously, in the first part of the game, it looked like that's exactly what they were going to do. They scored those first 9 points without much trouble at all, and then just really went, after that collision at that point, went downhill from there.
And then for Norwalk, another nice win. The second time they've beat Pella Christian close. And again, I expect them to really be a thorn in the side of the Indianola DCG top two.
By their win over Grinnell really makes you aware of the fact that if Indianola and DCG don't come ready to play, they've got an opportunity to upset them, and so it's a much more daunting task than playing Grinnell, but it's still possible.
So again, that's In Closing, presented by Hopkins Roofing. Roofing done for good, and this broadcast of Eagles and Warriors basketball is done for good. But let's go ahead and run down quickly what is coming up again. Short turnaround here for the Warriors. They're in a doubleheader with Indianola, who a Strauver Cellular Instant Radio update will come back and finish that game by a 58-52 margin. So Indianola avoids another upset as Pella cannot hang on there at the end of that game. A sad continuation of what has happened for the Lady Dutch throughout this season. Another close loss for them. Meanwhile, Pella Christian will have to pick up the pieces and take on that same Indianola team coming up on Tuesday on the road. That'll be on 94.3. Both those games will be on 94.3 KNIA, and then a simulcast on KRLS 2 coming up on Tuesday for PC at Indianola. We'll step aside for a quick commercial timeout. When we come back, we'll get you set for our boys' nightcap. The Warriors and the Eagles live on 92.1 KRLS.
Dedication to consistently provide quality products and customer service. The employees at Precision Pulley and Idler must be dedicated to their jobs so they can meet or exceed the customer's needs. This is why Precision Pulley and Idler stands behind and supports our local student athletes for the effort and dedication they show on the hardwood, wrestling mats, alleys, and throughout their school's hallways. Precision Pulley and Idler encourages our area students to combine a strong work ethic and attitude to achieve their goals this season. Precision Pulley and Idler, we keep it moving.
The new year often brings colder temperatures to Iowa, which means snow and ice. Even though we work hard to keep the lights on, sometimes Mother Nature has a plan in store. If your power goes out, give us a call to let us know, and then hang tight while we fix power lines. If there is a large storm, follow us on Facebook for power restoration updates. And remember to stay away from any down power lines outside. Assume it's live and not safe. Looking out for you, we're Pella Cooperative Electric, your local co-op.
Shine as one.
If you have pain or movement issues, you are not alone. At Kinetic Edge, we know that when you function better, you feel better. We know some of you may be hesitant to go many places right now, and we understand that. However, we also know that ignoring your pain is not the answer and could actually make your problems much worse. Our clinic continues to follow strict guidelines with your health and safety in mind. Don't ignore your pain. Call us today at 621-0230 or visit us at kineticedgept.com.
Live your life to the fullest at Norwalk Nursing and Rehab. Norwalk Nursing and Rehabilitation offers the convenience of location coupled with their excellent skilled and caring clinical and rehab staff. If you're recovering from a recent surgery or illness or looking for long-term care, come enjoy the comfort and care you'll get at Norwalk Nursing and Rehab. To learn more, give their office a call at 515-981-0604. Norwalk Nursing and Rehab, caring for you, caring for the community.
If new home construction is on your mind for next year, now is the time to start the planning process called Mid-Iowa Painters and Construction today. Jamie Holmes will come and meet with you to discuss your plans that you have in mind, discuss options, work with you on design ideas. Mid-Iowa Painters and Construction workers with many companies to ensure only quality materials at the best prices. Shortcuts are not allowed with Mid-Iowa Painters and Construction. Now is the time to start planning your new construction for next spring, and Mid-Iowa Painters and Construction is the name to remember to make planning and building easy and affordable. Call 641-891-7079. 891-7079. Mid-Iowa Painters and Construction.
Check out the hottest deals of the week available right now at the Hy-Vee stores in Pella and Knoxville. Coca-Cola products 6-pack bottles are 4 for $10 plus deposit. Lean Cuisine or Stouffer's entrees are 3 for $5 for select varieties. And then the Hy-Vee bacon wrapped beef sirloin fillets 5 ounces just $1.99 and 8 ounces for $2.99. These hot deals are good now through Tuesday, January 26th at the Hy-Vee stores in Pella and Knoxville.
And we welcome you to our 92.1 KRLS radio pregame show. 92.1 KRLS is the home and away voice of both the Eagles and Warriors this winter season. Andrew Schneider and Wynn Veenstra getting you set as we take a look at our Greg Young Chevrolet radio key plays and player moments, keys to the game, whatever you want to call it, as we get set for this conference showdown. The first time these two teams met, when the Eagles were dominated, it was all Warriors. At the time, you thought, well, both teams coming in with a completely different roster, completely new faces, but ultimately it was the Warriors who came in with a lot more ability to control the tempo in that game. It was just the second of the season for the Pella Christian boys. Really intrigued to see how this plays out the second time around.
Well, that first game, again, didn't see the game, didn't listen to the game, so I can't make a lot of comments about what Norwalk did in that game, but those guys, even though they didn't have much experience, were practicing with the state champions of the year before, and they're playing the same style as what that team did. They didn't change anything. Pella Christian was in the process of learning a whole new style of play with a new coach, new players, in a strange gym. They had their work cut out for them from the get-go, and didn't respond very well to it. So hopefully they learned from that as the season has went along and have been able to improve and can make this a better game. This is a great game on paper. I think they match up pretty well together. It's just going to be a matter of which team can take care of the basketball and which team can utilize the players that they've got in the right positions at the right time.
Obviously, a couple of really good, talented players that we'll be watching for. Cole Sunender is the leading scorer for the Warriors, coming in at 11 points. Eric Mulder took the night off against West Marshall. Eagles didn't need him to beat those teams, but obviously good to see him back in health as well. And then to get the details here, not able to pull it up. Varsity Bound has been really struggling this past 24 hours, but let's go ahead and get the previous game score, as these are your Craig Young Chevrolet radio key to the game. At Craig Young Chevrolet, they go the extra mile for you with their award-winning customer service, thousands of vehicles to choose from, and always your community care. Craig Young Chevrolet in Norwalk. As when these teams played before, drum roll, audience, it was 79-56 in favor of Norwalk. I knew it was a big margin, and that was, of course, the case there. Your colors of the game presented by Lampert Lumber. Pella Christian here tonight is in their home white uniforms with the maroon numbers and the gold trim. Your colors of the game presented by Lampert Lumber. Whether it's a new deck, new roof, siding, a kitchen remodel, or painting around the house, Lampert Lumber has the colors to make it happen. Meanwhile, the Warriors colors of the game presented by Norwalk Shop. They're in black with the purple and white stripes along the side, the white numbers for the Warriors. Your colors of the game presented by the Norwalk Shop. If you want to get decked out in Norwalk, Hawkeye, or even your company's colors, stop by and speak to Chad at the Norwalk Shop, 810 Main Street in Norwalk. Let's take a quick commercial timeout. We'll have more of your KRLS radio pregame show when we come back. Pella Christian and Norwalk on KRLS.
In 2020, area residents saved $220,350 with the Prez Listing Advantage compared to a 6% commission.
Over 46 home sellers saved an average of $4,790.
But just because we discount our commission doesn't mean you're getting discounted services. We utilize the best marketing tools and the most modern sales processes.
Learn more about the Prez Listing Advantage and let us sell your home by calling 628-1-BUY for Pella Real Estate Services.
It's volunteer season. Pella Corporation thanks those who volunteer to make our area a great place to live. It's clear that when you volunteer, you're helping others. On the job, the Pella team creates energy-efficient Pella windows and doors for homes and businesses throughout North America. And once the job is done, many Pella Corporation team members volunteer to make a difference in their communities. Let's hear a cheer for volunteers. For more information on exciting careers at Pella Windows and Doors, visit pella.com/careers.
And we welcome you back to our KRLS Radio pregame show, getting you set for Pella Christian versus Norwalk on the one to count on for today's local sports coverage. Let's take a look at your Pella Christian starting lineups presented by Miniga Pest Control. Levi Scalhouse, the 5'9" junior, had a 26-point performance the other night against West Marshall. Wearing number 3, Nico Schurz left that game early, will appear to be on the floor here tonight for Coach J.D. Bohr. Wearing number 4, Jaden Heisman at 6'4", the junior, wearing number 5. Bennett Sprunk, the 6'3" junior, wearing number 10. And then Eric Mulder returning after missing that West Marshall game, averaging 14.1 points, 8.7 rebounds per game. The likely all-conference first-team selection, Mulder, rounding out the Eagles lineup. Meanwhile, the Norwalk Warriors come in at 8-3 overall, 4-2 in the Little Hawkeye Conference, yet to play Indianola, which will be happening tomorrow, the defending state champions in Class 3A. They're in Class 4A this year, by the way, for the postseason competition. The senior coach's son, the guard, he was the hero in that state championship game, number 1, Grant Larson. Cole Tunender, a 6'6" forward, wearing number 15, a senior. At senior guard, 5'11", number 22, Sam Eggers. The 6'5" center, number 25, Joe Brown. All seniors. Ethan Carlson, a standout football player from this past fall, an all-state selection, 6'2", wearing number 33. Rounding out the Warriors lineup, your starting lineups again, presented by the City of Norwalk Economic Development. Could your business use a facelift? Contact the City of Norwalk about a pair of grants that you could qualify for to improve how your business looks and runs. Just visit norwalk.iowa.gov and click on Economic Development. And meanwhile, your Eagles lineup's brought to you by Miniga Pest Control. Sean and his team want to kill your bugs. Call 628-3198 for Miniga Pest Control. Let's run down your Marion County Bank radio scoreboard. Girls action, Indianola 58, Pella 52. Over here it was the Warriors 41, Eagles 34, Des Moines Christian 47, Pleasantville 39, and at last check-in, it was Knoxville leading Davis County 40-31 after 3. That's your Marion County Bank radio scoreboard. With their offices in Pella, Knoxville, and Melcher Dallas, they're serving you in building community across the county and the Red Rock area. Win your game time temperature presented by Van Haften Plumbing and Heating. It's dropped a little bit more. It's 14 degrees outside now.
It's probably a little chilly, but at least it's not windy, so it doesn't feel so bad.
And it's always comfortable to be here at the Eagles Nest at Pella Christian High School. Folks, if your home isn't staying comfortable during this cold Iowa winter, trust the heating and cooling experts at Van Haften Plumbing and Heating in Pella. You'll receive
Norwalk Warriors and our own Pella Christian Eagles. Here are the starting lineups for tonight's game. At a guard for Norwalk, 6' senior, number 1, Grant Larson. A 6'6" sophomore, senior, number 50, Cole Tunender. A 5'11" guard, senior, number 22, Sam Eggers. At center, a 6'5" senior, number 25, Joe Brown. At a forward, a 6'2" senior, number 33, Ethan Carlson. And the Warriors are coached by Chris Larson, assisted by Eric Pelzer, Eric Fisher, and Anthony Howard. And now for your Pella Christian Eagles. At a guard, a 5'9" junior, number 3, number 31, Luke Older. And a guard, a 6'4" junior, number 5, Jaden Iceman. And another guard, a 6'1" junior, number 23, Lucas Hall. And at center, a 6'8" junior, number 32, Eric Older. The Eagles are coached by J.E. Moore.
All really close in enrollment because of the new shift. All of them are going to be in the same conference. Did want to mention, by the way, too, that Class 2A releasing their districts. The Eagles know which teams they're going to have to go through to get there. The two likely top seeds in the districts that they're going to play in that sub-state, Des Moines Christian and Albia, both really close games for the Eagles. So it's a path when the Eagles can get to state this year. It's going to take an upset over maybe both of those teams to get there.
And they've got to continue to keep improving, and we'll see what happens. Looks like we're going to get Luke in to start this game for Nico. Nico probably had to sit a little time out with that injury that he suffered on Tuesday night.
So it is Luke Mulder. Thank you for the correction. Your opening tip presented by Dutch Mill Supply. Your only locally owned lumberyard and building material supplier. As Eric Mulder is able to jump high and get to it, Levi Skillhouse has to chase it all the way down to the opponent's baseline. Eagles and the Warriors kicking things off here. This is a senior-heavy defending championship team from Class 3A. Meanwhile, PC looking to improve at 6-7 on their second trip through the conference. Skellhaus had a big game against West Marshall. His free throw line jumper doesn't go, but it's an offensive rebound. Luke Mulder. He'll get it out to Jaden Heisman. Left side to Skellhaus. Looking for Eric Mulder. Mulder looking a little bit healthier here tonight. Good bounce in his step as he knocks it in for two.
He was open forever, and Pella Christian didn't get him the ball. So Norwalk choosing to really take him on one-on-one.
Bounce pass down low as it's Joe Brown. He's stuck on that baseline and been there a long time, and it's a lane violation. Turnover Warriors.
Yeah, he really shouldn't have had that call because he had the ball. As long as you got the ball, you're a threat down there, but he was going to be in trouble because he couldn't shoot. He was going to get called for it as soon as he passed it anyway.
Norwalk is 8-3, currently third in the Little Hawkeye Conference with Indianola both coming into tonight at 4-2. Pella Christian at 6-7 overall, 3-4 in league play. And the reason the discrepancy there is Mulder gets through the traffic and makes it look easy again for two. Mulder 4 points early, 4-0 Eagles.
Yeah, well, Norwalk's got the height to match up with Mulder, but right now Eric is really out hustling him there around the basket.
Tunender, as a good player who was a key member of that state championship team a season ago, as Mulder gets tasked with his first foul. That's Eric Mulder, I should say.
Yeah. There's a case where Eric maybe wants to lay off of him a little bit out there. You don't want to pick up a foul outside the three-point line.
Larson ends up inbounding it. Ethan Carlson has it. Again, a very talented wide receiver between the circles this past season on the football team for Norwalk. 4-0, Eagles lead. Pass in the corner, Tunender. Dribble, drive, kick out. Brown right side, three on the way, rims out, no. Eric Mulder. He's been busy to start this quarter. Lucas Hull on the floor. And the Eagles will just throw it away.
They threw it between Levi and Jaden, and neither one of them knew which one it was for. Didn't go for it.
Well, and 4-0 Eagles lead. Was trying to finish my thought. Indianola Norwalk will play for the first time tomorrow, hence why they only have the 6 conference games. That was delayed last Friday night, and there's a travel and a turnover. Warriors.
Unforced error there by Norwalk. His fellow Christian just was sagging back, and he shuffled his feet before he dribbled it.
So Chris Larson.
Little individual full court pressure here. Throw it over here to Lucas. There you go.
And yeah, guarding Levi Skellhaus was Ethan Carlson. Lucas Hull over the timeline. Looking out to Eric Mulder. Right side, Heisman. Luke Mulder posting up. Not a lot of time we've seen both Mulder brothers on the floor at the same time.
Well, they started the year together, but it was pretty quick after that Nico earned his spot in the starting lineup.
5:49 now remaining here in the fourth quarter. Top of the key three. Skellhaus rims out. There's Luke Mulder. Put back doesn't go. Rebound center of the lane, and it's a lot of contact. And see what the call is here.
They're going to get a foul on Luke this time.
They're going to call on Eric.
No, 30.
They put 32.
He said, yeah.
Okay. Well, he had the two fingers up. So
he changed it, though. So
okay.
Again,
that would have been a big one.
But Luke got that first offensive rebound. He was way up there. He just needed to be able to finish that shot.
Couple of offensive rebounds now for Luke Mulder. Still defense is dominating early, 4-0. Carlson, left side, dribbles to his right, and it's off the foot of Skelhaas.
Good defense there. Made a good bounce pass, but Levi was able to stick his foot out and stop the ball.
5:24 remaining here in the first. Eagles have a limited student section, I believe 50 students that are lined up, spaced out over on the right side, and a finish for two.
I'm not going to count them, but I think there's maybe more than 50 there.
And it's Brown, Joe Brown, who gets on the board for the Warriors. I know I wouldn't count either, but because I see some Pella students over there as well. 5:06 remaining here in the first quarter. And there's Lucas Hull, right side, can't get it to finish. Offensive rebound, Mulder put back for two. He has all six for the Eagles. 6-2, Pella Christian leads by 4.
Boy, he is really going up nice and strong, get that rebound, and then knows what to do to finish it.
Warriors ball, Grant Larson running the point here. Right side in the corner to Eggers. Back over to Larson, back to Eggers. Sam with his left hand dribble, center of the lane, kicks it out, left side, Tuninder. Left-handed three-pointer on the mark.
Well, that's why Eric's got to go out there to get him, I guess, but got to put a little pressure on him at least.
Tuninder averaging 10.8 points per game. He is a 6 of 23 three-point shooter. Larson is their best from downtown this season. 4:18 remaining. Looking inside to Luke Mulder. Can't get it to go, but he's fouled.
Couldn't
2 shots
finish
coming
it.
for Luke.
Oh, that was a great pass into Luke. Defender was there. Luke puts it up away from him. Just didn't get it to go.
6-2 Eagles lead, and 2 foul shots coming for Luke Mulder. Similar to our girls game, it's been a little out of sorts for both offenses so far. It's 6-5. Luke will miss the first. Luke coming in from the foul line is 6 of 14, so not a particularly strong point for him this year.
Yeah.
Bennett Sprunk in for Heisman. And we have yet to see Nico Schurz.
Well, he's down there
waiting for the shooter.
Yeah.
Both will miss, and he will not get on the floor. Max Juergens in for Coach Larson and the Warriors. His first sub, also Reddick Bourne. And yes, that is the same Bourne. Family name.
Yeah.
4 minutes remaining.
Just a freshman, though, so probably not going to have quite the same impact.
Take advantage of him now, PC fans. Let's put it that way. Because I think he's only going to get better just like older brother did. 30:48 remaining here in the first. Right side, Carlson flips it over to the left side for Juergens. Juergens, right-handed floater, doesn't go. Juergens, the quarterback for that Warriors team this year. Eric Mulder, the rebound PC, gets it over to Skelhaas. Skelhaas, center of the lane, looking to put a shot up, and he'll draw contact and get 2 at the line.
Nice job of driving in and splitting that double team. Laid it up off the glass as he fouled the
He
contact.
won't get the shot.
Oh, they're going to say before the shot. Wow.
Danny Andringa, and Nico Schurz in. Evan Borst is in as well. So Reddick Bourne, the line on him, he's averaging 5.5 points per game, a freshman at the guard position. 3:28 remaining, 6-5, and Eagles fans who don't know what we're alluding to, Bowen Bourne, older brother, one of the greatest all-time in Iowa high school history, is tearing it up for the UNI Panthers. No surprise there. Center of the lane, Andringa underneath his own hoop, got too far underneath, and Borst will collect it on the other side here for Norwalk.
That was the right idea, but Norwalk pushed him too far under the basket. He had no chance to make it.
6-5, Norwalk leading Pella Christian by 1. Center of the lane floater comes in for Max Juergens. 7-6, Warriors their first lead in this one. Out to Nico Schurz, left side, Bennett Sprunk. Larson in his face. Man-to-man defense here, but obviously protecting against the size and the paint of Schurz. Couple of passes on the perimeter. Here's Bennett. Bennett thought about a shot, instead gets it out to Nico beyond the three-point line. Here's Skelhaas for 3. Yes, Levi Skelhaas puts the Eagles back up by 2.
He was going to take it earlier and passed it up, but this time he got it back. He said, I'm going to take it.
9-7. Eagles up by 2. Here's Bourne. Left side, Juergens, and now it was to Borst. Back to Bourne. Right side, Grant Larson. Larson hands it off Juergens. Juergens all on the perimeter right now for Norwalk. 2:07 remaining here in the first. Andringa face guarding Bourne. Eagles bench liking the defensive performance thus far. cutting. It's Juergens, and he'll get another floater to go.
Just drove too far into the defense, got around the initial guy, nobody picked him up.
So Juergens up to 4 points. Tied at 9. Norwalk and PC. Free throw line jumper for Skelhaas, nothing but net.
Nice screen, though, by Nico up top to open him up.
Well, if Skelhaas can become more of a consistent offensive threat, that prevents defenses from packing it in on Eric Mulder. 11-9, Eagles back up. Center of the lane, Bourne, nice move.
And nice to spin back to his right to put a little jump shot in from 8 feet.
Minute 24 remaining. Here is a loose ball tipped by Borst after the Eagles missed dribble. Borst will draw the contact and the foul after they steal the second Eagles turnover.
Yeah, just bad ball handling there, and Borst was able to take the ball away from him and make him pay with a foul.
So Luke Mulder, Jaden Heisman will come in next stoppage. Coach Bohr, I don't think, wants to put too much on Eric early, knowing that he...
Well, he's still a little ginger on that ankle.
Yeah. First is in. Norwalk is a 62% free throw shooting team. The Eagles at 52% coming in. Evan Borst is 18 of 28. And he'll make 1 of 2. Rebound third of the night for Luke Mulder. 12-11, Warriors back on top. 6 ties or lead changes already back and forth between PC and Norwalk. Minute 7 remaining here in the first. Skelhaas, right side Heisman. Heisman for a second thought about a shot. So did Anderga. Back over to Jaden. Down low looking for Luke Mulder, and it's out of bounds. Will stay with PC. But Mulder was...
Yeah, it was a good idea. He had him posted up nicely, but they just didn't make a very good pass. They were fortunate that Norwalk tipped it out of bounds.
58 seconds remaining. Skelhaas to start this possession underneath his own hoop. And it's stolen away by Bourne. Here's Reddick Bourne, and he'll lay it off the glass and in for 2. Bad pass by the Eagles.
Yeah, Levi had no business throwing that ball that far out without putting some heat on it, and he just didn't throw it hard enough.
Warriors up by 3. Again, they blew out PC in that first matchup. Jump stop, fadeaway shot. A little out of control for Skelhaas, and a quick rebound for Juergens. Warriors have been very close, but now Norwalk, I think, bumping up the speed here a little bit on PC. 30 seconds remaining. Warriors are, I think, content with holding this one as long as they can.
Well, they got the ball and the arrow right now, so they've got 2 possessions here if they want to take care of the ball.
And that seems to be the case. Bennett not close enough to get the 5-second count going. And then a little juke move by Bourne will keep it separated. 12 seconds remaining. Now Larson gets the play started from the sideline. Bourne is bumped into. Skelhaas didn't like the call, but he'll get charged with the foul. That's the third Eagles foul. Meanwhile, Eric Mulder and Lucas Holt in. So maybe Mulder in there for a little bit of rim protection to make it not easy. Eric, that is.
Well, he was up. He was up with about 45 seconds to go. He was coming in early. But, yeah, just his rest was over, and now they need a stop here because they are going to get the ball to start the quarter as well.
Ethan Carlson back in for Evan Borst. Sam Egger is also back in, as is Joe Brown. Catch and shoot. They didn't need to, but they make it anyway.
Yeah, he just caught it and shot it while falling down, and you got to be better at taking care of that inbounds defense there.
So Carlson will knock it in for 2. And after 1, it's 16-11. Norwalk leading Pella Christian. Live inside our Pella Real Estate Services broadcast booth.
Mark Van Gorp of Pella recently had Cabinet Design and Mike Blom do some remodeling on his home, and he highly recommends you hire them too.
I would recommend Mike and Cabinet Design to anyone who has any type of project, big or small. If you're looking for someone who has unique ideas and somebody who is very accessible and who really enjoys what he does, then Mike is definitely the guy to work with.
Hi, I'm Mike Blom, the Cabinet Guy. Cabinet Design in Pella, where we expand and enhance your ideas beyond your expectations.
This is Bob Cruz, CEO of the Pella Regional Health Center. On behalf of our board of directors and the administrative team, I want to sincerely thank our providers and staff for the hard work and sacrifices they made to care for the patients throughout this pandemic. Our team is strong at Pella Regional, and we are committed to providing healing services with Christian compassion for all who need care. For the long hours our staff has given, the flexibility they have shown, and the positive attitude they bring every day, we are humbly grateful. These actions truly make a difference to our patients and the families we serve.
Live inside our Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth, 16-11, Norwalk leading Pella Christian, and it's kind of the story of the season. In case you missed it, presented by the Veterinarians. Norwalk, a very balanced scoring team, has had 6 different players on the scoreboard so far. Meanwhile, it's the 2 leading scorers for the Eagles on the board, 6 for Eric Mulder, 5 for Levi Skelhaus, and it's 16-11. Larson, left side, 3 on the way. On the pass to Eggers, no good, and it's Eric Mulder who has his 3rd rebound, 6 points for him in this contest. Aiden Stoltz, dribble drive, kick it back out to Eric. Right side, Heisman. Back out to Mulder. As both Mulders are on, so we'll go Eric and Luke to refer to them here as that continues. Luke, Mulder calling for the ball. Instead, it's Lucas Hull. Dribble drive, had it knocked out of his hands, will recover and get it over to Jaden Heisman, who triggers a long 3. That's no good. The rebound out of bounds will stay with PC. On a couple of Strauver Cellular instant radio updates, not to cut you off there.
Oh, that's all right.
But we've got Knoxville 56, Davis County 43. Meanwhile, Twin Cedars winners 2 points in on the inbounds to Eric Mulder, 8 points for him. Twin Cedars an overtime win over Orient Maxburg 52-45, and then Des Moines Christian 25, Pleasantville 15. After one, some Strauver Cellular instant radio updates. Eric Mulder, a force on the floor whenever he's out there, 8 points and 3 rebounds for him on the inbounds play.
Well, that was nicely done and well executed.
Center of the lane, Brown will get the jumper to go. Joe Brown has 4 points. 18-13 Warriors. Now it's the Eagles on their side. Heisman out to Lucas Hull. Hull fakes a pass back over to Jaden. Dribble drive on the baseline, wrapping it around for Aiden Stoltz. Stoltz though covered up nicely by Grant Larson. Bounce pass to Luke Mulder, looking for Eric. Kind of alley-oops it up. He catches and the shot should count.
No, they fouled him as he came down with the pass. And then he went back up to shoot.
That was the call.
If he'd have caught it and shot it, he'd have got a N1, but he came down with it.
Nico Schurz is back in. Again, both of them, Nico tweaked his right ankle against West Marshall. So a couple of post players for PC with leg injuries, which is no fun to deal with. And then Nico just kind of stopped and gave up on the play, not sure what he was looking for. And on the other side, the Warriors will cash in for 2. Just a mental error there by Nico Schurz, not sure what he was thinking.
Well, but a pass, that's the pass that they've been using for the inbounds, and they've got to figure out a better way to get in because teams are going to recognize that pretty quick.
Now 20-13, Warriors their largest lead. Eagles down by 7. Heisman looking to cut it down with a 3, no. And a rebound controlled by Brown. And here come the Warriors again. They've been able to figure something out here since the halfway point in the first quarter as Sam Eggers through traffic and the layup is in. 22-13 in the blink of an eye. PC, no answers here so far. Bullet pass to Schurz in a double team, and he is fouled.
Well, that was a rocket of a pass and good hands by Nico to even hang on to it. And then again, as he gets sandwiched between 2 Norwalk players.
You are listening to Eagles basketball powered by Bank Iowa on FM 92.1 KRLS Pella Knoxville, KRLS HD1 Knoxville Pella, and the Pella Christian High School YouTube channel. 22-13, 9-point lead, and a deep inbounds is stolen away by the Warriors again, and it's a steal and score for Ethan Carlson, prompting the Pella High-V timeout, and the Warriors are just blowing the doors off the Eagles here in the second quarter. PC, no answers. 5 turnovers here when 3 of which have come in the quarter.
Well, and 3 of them were throws over the top, and Norwalk knows they're coming, and they got the inside position there. They're just able to leap up and tip the ball away. You've got to set a screen so that nobody can come or something there to get that ball in a little better.
On our Marion County Bank Radio scoreboard, all girls games are final. Indianola 58, Pella 52. Norwalk 41, Pella Christian 34. Knoxville, get that score because I had a bit of an error there before, but they ended up winning over Davis County 56-43. And Des Moines Christian 47, Pleasantville 39. Also Twin Cedars in overtime over Orient Maxburg. Twin Cedars undefeated in the new year so far in 2021, and they had a week win where they had COVID issues and couldn't practice over winter break. So they missed all that opportunity to get better, and they're still doing fine. Kudos to the Sabres girls. Our score here is Warriors 24, Norwalk an 8-3 or 8-2 run here to start the quarter. Lucas Hull trying to get something going, missing a 3, and Carlson the rebound.
It was a better offensive set that time. They made some good passes. Lucas just missed the shot.
Juergens standing on the perimeter, finally finds Larson right side, shoots it up the lane, kicks it back out, and now in the corner. The extra pass in the corner, 3 ball, no good. High rebound for Eric Mulder, 4 rebounds, 8 points for the junior. And now Skelhaas pops it up from downtown and knocks it in. Skelhaas has 8 points, 24-16.
Yeah, it was a big basket for Pella Christian. This one was going to get away from him real quick.
Have some Hy-Vee fuel saver to give away for the Eagles. An answer in the corner for 3, doesn't go, but it's an offensive rebound to Tunender. And it keeps the possession going here for Norwalk, and he'll finish for 2.
Boy, he put that up nice and strong after that long rebound came to him.
And a travel PC on the other side. 6 turnovers for the Eagles. Strawberry Cellular Instant Radio Update. It's Pella 15, Indianola 14. The Dutch are number 1 in 3A. They'll drop out of that ranking for sure after losing to Des Moines Christian. But they are off to a better start than the first time the Indians and Dutch played. Looking to bounce back. Good one over on 94.3 KNIA and the KRLS 2 stream. 26-16 is our score here. It is all Warriors. Head fake right side to Reddick Bourne back in. Evan Borst also in for Coach Larson. Couple of his regular subs. Larson shot fake back over to Bourne. Bourne kicks it out in the corner. Tunender shot fake. Finds the opening. Wraps around the defensive Mulder but can't finish. And eventually the rebound will go to Eric. Nearly a spectacular play there for Norwalk. 26-16, they lead by 10. Bennett Sprunk. This Warriors defense has really tightened up after that first portion of the first quarter.
Well, they're not letting them just throw the ball into Eric. They are really pushing on him.
And that's, I mean, credit them. That's the right strategy against this PC team. Handoff goes over to Skelhaas. Levi dribbling around the perimeter. Baseline, finds an opening, and he'll get it to fall in. He has double digits. It's all Skelhaas and Eric Mulder here for PC. They've combined for all 18 points so far. Meanwhile, Bourne showing off some of his talent. A running floater contested for 2.
Yeah, from the block. You know, his brother shoots that shot a lot too.
And now Eric Mulder, top of the key, banks it in for 3. Not expecting that one to come from Eric, and he'll knock it in from downtown.
Well, he will shoot it from out there, but yeah, I don't think he meant to bank it.
28-21, Eagles trying to keep pace here with Norwalk. Warriors trying to pull away here in the first half. Left side, Tunender kicks it out in the corner. 3 on the way, rims out, no. And Eric Mulder, his 6th rebound of the night. Marvin Bruxford, by the way, from Pella has won 50 cents on his Hy-Vee Fuel Saver card. We're giving away Fuel Saver savings during every Eagles broadcast. Hy-Vee Fuel Saver Radio 3-point challenge. Lucas Holt travels. Took an extra step after he kind of had like that almost Euro step and then a jump stop.
He was going to do a jump stop, you know, but he did his jump stop twice, so you can't do that.
Yeah, maybe you can jump a couple times to the hole. But it's the 7th Eagles turnover win.
That whole jump stop thing, there's so much travel goes on with that jump stop thing that gets not called. It's unreal.
That time, that was pretty obvious, though.
Yeah.
2:35 remaining. Bourne out to Larson. Larson a shot fake. Whips it over right side to Juergens. Juergens, baseline. Bodies his way in for 2.
Got to cut him off at the top. Pella Christian's not doing it. He does the right thing and takes it to the hole.
7 different Warriors have scored their 30 points so far, up by 9. 30-21 Eagles on their half of the floor. 2:14 remaining in the second quarter. Danny Andringa, top of the key, tries it from 3, doesn't go. Rebound cleared by Evan Borst. All 5'10 of them got good position. And now here's Bourne. Bourne had his shot blocked, but the foul, I think, called just before that from Mulder. And that was on Bennett Sprunk.
Yeah. They're probably going to give him continuation there, but it looked to me like he fouled him as he started his drive, not in the act of shooting.
Roddick Bourne will have 2 at the line. Bourne is an 85% free throw shooter. Just like Big Brother, they know what it takes to be really good foul shooters at the line. That's a freshman doing that. That's not easy to step up in that scenario.
I'm sure that the last 3 or 4 years he's played a lot of basketball in the driveway with his brother.
Well, and they're a basketball family. Dad, obviously, a great Iowa State player and a scout for many years in the NBA. I have a feeling that the Little Hawkeye Conference is going to see another tremendous Bourne develop over these years. Eric Mulder in the lane, can't finish for 2. Another rebound here for the Warriors. Tunender collects it. He'll bring it down the floor using his speed. He'll throw it away, though, into the waiting arms of Bennett Sprunk. just the third Warriors turnover, 32-21 Norwalk. With 90 seconds till the halftime horn. Caden Van Dyke on the floor for PC. Left side, Bennett Sprunk. Sprunk kind of keeps it in his hands for a while, trying to find an open man. Can't. Good defense coming from Bourne. Forces a pass to Skelhaus at the center court line. Levi stops his dribble, losing it for a second, then pulls up from about 15 feet and airmails it. Board controlled by Sam Eggers. And here come the Warriors. Bounce pass, stolen away again. Here's Bennett Sprunk. Now the Eagles with numbers and a foul, and a good one there by Eggers to prevent what would have been an easy layup.
Yeah, 2-on-1 there if he doesn't get his hand in there and try to tip that ball away and get called for the foul.
Eric Mulder limping around again, unfortunately.
Well, that ankle's still bothering him just a little bit, I'm sure.
Luke back in for him. Also, Jaden Heisman in for Caden Van Dyke. Minute remaining. Eagles will have it from the far sideline, down by 11, and Reddick Bourne checks back out. And again, don't want to overplay it, but he won't be checking out much more after the the freshman season. Here's Bennett Sprunk, center of the lane, right-handed, two-handed shot is in.
Nobody picked him up, and he made him pay by shooting a little 8-footer.
Eagles back within 9. When they've started their offensive run, though, the defense has suffered. The Warriors looking to keep this going. The arrow favoring PC as of now. Larson works it left side, Tunender, center of the lane, stops, works it through the defense, can't finish. And Bennett Sprunk collects the rebound for PC as he'll dribble it up the floor. Bennett kicks it out to Andringa. Andringa right side back to Sprunk. Sprunk on the wing. Fakes a pass and then throws it into the waiting arms of Norwalk, and a layup is in for Ethan Carlson. His second steal and score. 8 Eagles turnovers in the half with 15 seconds remaining, 34-23.
Well, that was just a pass that wasn't thrown hard enough, and it ended up costing them 2 points.
Eric Mulder out to Sprunk with 7 seconds remaining. 4 seconds. And then Luke Mulder is going to have to take a 3, and that's not the shot PC wanted to end the half. It's Norwalk 34, Pella Christian 23. Live inside our Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth.
What type of healthcare specialist are you looking for? From dermatology and pain management to orthopedics and plastics, we have you covered. Knoxville Hospital and Clinics currently has over 25 visiting specialists that hold clinics in Knoxville. Your healthcare is our priority, and we are here to bring care close to where our patients live and work. Our visiting specialists provide consultation, treatment, and surgical procedures right here in Knoxville. For more information about the visiting specialist at Knoxville Hospital and Clinics, call 641-842-1555.
Slushy, fluffy, wet, heavy. Snow comes in all kinds of forms, and none of them are fun to shovel. So take the work out of clearing your driveway with the Toro snowblower that handles them all. Choose the single-stage Power Clear that's easy to maneuver, or the two-stage Power Clear and Power Clear HD that take on deep, compacted snow without clogging. Don't let winter slow you down. Find the perfect Toro snowblower today at DeRuyter Lawn Equipment in Pella.
And welcome to our Central Tire and Auto Radio halftime show for tires front end work. Their no appointment oil change and full mechanical work. Stop and see Shonda Ward and his crew next to Walmart and Pella at Central Tire and Auto. Join now as it's our continuing coverage of Pella Christian girls basketball with head coach Brad Ingbers after a tough night at the gym following a 41-34 loss to Norwalk. And coach, things started well for you, but we'll kind of just jump right in. A key turning point. Two of your two best players end up colliding and injuring each other. Allison was never able to really stay in the game consistently, didn't get into any sort of rhythm. Emma Witzenberg leaving at the half, not able to return, and obviously credit Norwalk for how they played and took advantage. Their two star players were off, but it seemed like just an off night the moment those two players ended up colliding.
Yeah, you know, anytime something like that happens, it sends a little bit of a team into a tailspin when you have two of your better players, and a big offensive threat get injured. It was unfortunate that they did collide heads going after a loose ball on the baseline there, and Allison ended up with a pretty significantly cut lip that we were trying to keep from bleeding. I think she's on her way over to the hospital or the ER a little bit now to maybe get stitched up. And with Emma Witzenberg, we'll have to see how that all plays out, but she was unable to return to the game for tonight. She had a concussion earlier, and always there's extra protocol and extra sensitivity to that if an athlete gets hurt a second time. So we want to take some extra caution, but we're hoping that she's all right. I haven't had a chance to talk to her after she left the game at halftime. She did play for a few minutes after that, but we'll just have to see how that plays out.
Well, and Coach, it played into so much of what you were doing early in the game. You were able to do what you wanted to do. A lot of dribble drives, especially with Emma on the floor and her presence, the defense having to account for both her and Allison. You had 5 different players score in that first quarter, and then the 2 players went out, and it seemed like from there, Norwalk was able to kind of establish their 2 stars with JoJo Bice and then Bren Moritz inside. And that's hard to do. Obviously, those are their 2 best players, and they were able to find their rhythm where your guys weren't, unfortunately.
Right. They're obviously very fine players. Both those girls are quality players for Norwalk. And, again, we got knocked out of our rhythm there. And, I thought our subs that came in, because it was genuine chaos there for a little bit, because we never knew for sure. Allison would run off the floor occasionally because her lip would start bleeding again. So then it's okay, Claire, you jump in, or Carly, you jump in, and trying to get those kids who, have limited varsity experience jumping in a situation like that. I thought they did a good job, so we're pleased to see that. Nobody likes to be in part of that, a chaos or chaotic situation like that, but they handled it well.
And unfortunately, where a quarter where you've had so much success this season is the third quarter. It was the opposite, and no offensive flow. Norwalk took advantage, I think you had 5 turnovers in the quarter.
Yeah, and we mentioned before, Emma Witzenberg, we've moved her more to handling the ball more for us this year because she is such a playmaker, and you were right on when you said earlier that, when she's in the game and Allison at the same time, our opponents have to contend with both of them, and obviously you take her out and Allison with limited, big old fat lip, it makes it difficult. So, we're going to move on. We're going to hope once again that Witz can recover well, and praying for her, and just that Allison gets patched up. We have several other players right now too that folks just don't know about it, but a couple other kids that are just in constant pain. It's a grueling season, and some of their legs are getting treated every day. So we're just hanging in there.
Well, unfortunately, Coach, the road does not get any easier. And I know you won't make any excuses, but you've got the 3 best teams in the conference with Norwalk there. Basically, you have the entire top half of the conference in front of you remaining. After Norwalk, you've got Indianola, DCG next week, and Grinnell looming. And again, I know your girls are going to fight and they're going to play hard, but obviously this is going to be a big test for this group to kind of test their mettle. A lot of injuries, like you said, your top 2 stars are kind of in and out, and obviously you expect Allison back probably Tuesday, but obviously Emma, a big question mark. Right. Your thoughts about what this group needs to do, because obviously you'd love to upset some of those teams and maybe at minimum play better than you did the first time around against those groups.
Right, and when you go in those, on any given night, you have the ability. We've seen that with some different teams knocking off some of these top teams. Norwalk, they beat Grinnell not too long ago. So we know it can be done. We know that we have those younger players, and we're just going to have to expose them. They're going to have to get more minutes. So we're going to be playing a lot of sophomores coming up here, but they're going to have to get the minutes. They're going to step up. I'm confident that they can, and they will. Defensively, they're all very, very solid, and offensively, anybody, when you've got, again, Emma and Allison that we rely so heavily on for our offense, nobody's had to really think about that so much this year because we have 2 really good scorers in those 2. And now when their ability is jeopardized a little bit, somebody's got to step up, and we're going to see who that is, Andrew.
Hopefully able to have better results coming up next Tuesday as you're at Indianola. Coach, appreciate your time as always. All the best to you.
Thanks, Brett.
And we will wrap things up here in our Central Tire Auto Radio halftime show. Back after this.
The communities of Edencrest at the Legacy in Norwalk are certified assisted living communities which offer some of the best memory care in the area. Edencrest offers specialized secure environments for people with Alzheimer's and related dementias. Memory care units are designed to meet the needs of those who may need some extra assistance of day-to-day life. Residents will feel as if they are not home with restaurant-style dining, an exercise room, a beauty salon, and more amenities. Visit EdencrestLiving.com today to schedule your private tour.
Back inside our Central Tire and Auto Radio halftime show, let's go inside the numbers. Written by Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation. 34-23, Norwalk on top, as Reddick Bourne leading the way with 8 points. Max Juergens, Joe Brown, Ethan Carlson all with 6. Cole Tunender has 5. Sam Eggers with 2. Evan Borst with 1 point for the Warriors. It has been a 2-headed monster on the other side for the Eagles. 11 points for Eric Mulder, 10 for Levi Skillhaus, 2 for Bennett Sprunk. Rebounding-wise for PC, they have 11. Norwalk has 13 in the first half, but the big stat here, 8 turnovers for PC to 4 for the Warriors. Of those 8, 5 of which were steals that ended up as points, and that's the difference on the scoreboard here, 34-23 at the half. Inside the numbers written by Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation. Trust Jeff Namiga and his team with a refi or purchasing a new house. They're Marion County's mortgage experts at Fairway in Pella. Win our second half adjustments. We'll start with Pella Christian, presented by DeYoung Door Service. The Eagles, they're throwing the ball away too much. In credit the Warriors defense, they've cashed in and turned them into points almost right away. But again, that's kind of been the bugaboo here for PC. When they turn the ball over too much, they are not a team that does well when they give extra possessions to the opponents.
The turnovers came with really some unforced, what should I say, lazy passes. You've got to make good passes. You've got to throw the ball with some mustard on it. You can't. Three of those turnovers came with lobs on the inbounds over the top, and they didn't throw them hard enough to keep it away from the defense. If you're going to do that play, you got to make it to where your man is the only man that can get to it. Pella Christian's not doing that. So they got to cut down on the turnovers. And the other thing I think they got to do offensively, they've got to get some more people involved other than just Levi and Eric. They've got to get Nico going. They've got to get Heisman going. Sprunk's got to get going a little harder. Stoltz, when he comes in there, has got to be able to score some. They've got to get some things happening offensively than just Eric and Levi.
Well, and for Norwalk, more of the same. They've had balanced scoring. This is what they do to teams, and this is why they're not out of a lot of Little Hawkeye Conference games. Again, I think it's going to come down to ultimately Pella and DCG at the top of the conference. By the way, Pella leading right now at the half, 28-24 over Indianola. And then Indianola and Norwalk are kind of in that second tier. They're going to play each other. The Warriors just can attack you in so many different ways. They don't have the spectacular Bowen Bourne that they did a year ago, but they have so many guys who can handle the basketball, and they can beat you at a lot of different angles, and Pella Christian's not been able to account for that defensively.
Well, and like I said, with the exception of Reddick Bourne, these guys are all going through the same drills that last year's state championship team went through, and so they've learned how to pass the ball, how to play sharp defense, and how to be quick and anticipate where the ball's going to go, and they learned from it and were able to use it now as they're the players that are having to do it.
Your second half adjustments presented by DeYoung Door Service. They're the gurus of garage doors at DeYoung Door Service in Pella. That wraps up our Central Tire and Auto Radio halftime show. For tires, front end work, their no appointment oil change and full mechanic work. Stop and see Sean DeWard and his crew next to Walmart in Pella. Did want to give a special shout out to Carson Breon, who earned a couple of silver medals in the 100 fly and butterfly in the Little Hawkeye Conference swimming meet. Carson is a 4-year starter for the Oskaloosa swim team. He is also a phenomenal musician. He is a 4-time All-State Music honoree is Carson Breon. Do want to give him a massive shout out. I know I can actually see him at the front of the student section, so he can't hear it, but if he's got family at home, let him know that Andrew said hi. Always good to talk to Carson and some of his siblings over the years. A lot of Breons floating around here at PC. 34-23 is our halftime score. Norwalk leading by 11, and Pella Christian will have a pass tipped out of bounds by Grant Larson. And Win, kind of to your point about how they've developed this balance from Norwalk, that's a sign of an excellent coach and program.
Well, and he's got 8 guys that are doing this too. I mean, the 3 guys coming off the bench are just as good as the ones that are out on the floor.
And it's a different team, but I want and there's another slamming in the paint for Mulder. Mulder, who hit a 3 in the first half, has 13 points. And again, I only get to call Chris Larson games once or twice a year, but I just have an immense amount of respect for what he's done at this program. Obviously, winning the state championship, a lot of credit went to Bowen Bourne, but got to have a team to get there, and Larson's got a great program going at Norwalk. A rebound goes over to Jaden Heisman after a miss. It's 34-25. Eagles want to do some damage here, just like they did at Pella a week ago when it was a big third quarter where they were able to get in there. They were down by 15 and brought it back to within 1.
Yeah, and you got to do it one basket at a time. Now they've got it down to 9. They got another possession here. Pound that ball inside and get a good look.
Out to Mulder. Mulder looking for more from 3, this time missing. And the rebound is controlled by Sam Eggers. And again, the Eagles dealing with some injuries here. Mulder not 100%, Eric Mulder. And then Nico Schurz is still battling back from a leg injury he suffered against West Marshall on Monday night, in case you missed it, presented by the veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic in Pella. Ethan Carlson dribble drive, and he's bodied by Lucas Hull.
Well, again, we've got to get some people on the other end to to step up and take some shots. It can't be Eric Mulder taking the three-point shots from the outside. We need him under the basket to get rebounds.
The inbound is tipped, and it's stolen by Mulder. Mulder trying to run it up, goes up ahead. He ends up landing awkwardly on his leg, and he's fouled. And you know what he was going for.
Yeah.
But he had an open Heisman.
Well, and he had a 2-on-1. He needed to really spread it out a little bit and pass the ball out. He could have still maybe got the dunk on the pass back to him.
But he's favoring that ankle again. He'll bank off the first free throw. And I don't want to fault Eric for trying to make the big play there, but sometimes you got to recognize you're limited, and that's a hard play to make when you're not feeling 100%. He'll miss the second. Lucas Hull tips the rebound high, but Ethan Carlson, using those football skills, leaps high and snags it down like a wide receiver, and then he's fouled on the way down.
Yeah, Eric got him on, I think that's his third. Nope, second.
It's his second.
Yeah. But yeah, they've cut the lead to 8, so they just need another defensive stop here. Norwalk's got to come down and look for a good basket.
Couple of Strauver Cellular instant radio updates we'll tell you about here in a moment. It's 34-26. Eagles get it back to within 8. Mulder has 14 points. Carlson, right side, flips it out. Inside the perimeter, it is Joe Brown. Brown has it blocked by it's Luke Mulder, and then Nico Schurz gets the rebound. And here's PC. Nico. Back out to Lucas. Hull, free throw line jumper. Back iron, no. Schurz got his hands on the rebound, stays with PC. And then out to Heisman for 3. Yes, Jaden Heisman knocks it in, his first points, and it's back within 5.
Yeah, what made that work, though, is that they got it inside first and then threw it out.
Strauver Cellular instant radio updates and a travel by Norwalk. Knoxville 20, Davis County 14. That's after 1. Melcher Dallas will get an overtime win. So both small schools here in Marion County get overtime girls wins, 40-44 over Moravia. So congratulations to Melcher Dallas and Twin Cedars, who got some overtime wins tonight. Also Des Moines Christian 49, Pleasantville 35 at the half. And on our Marion County Bank Radio scoreboard, Pella 28, Indianola 24 at the half. Our score here is 34-29 as the Eagles again looking to play a little bit of comeback basketball here. They have held Norwalk scoreless, and Hull looking for 3, rims out, but Luke Mulder the rebound. Luke, spin move off the window, will finish for 2.
Yeah, there was a nice strong move by Luke to stay really focused on putting that ball off the glass.
It is an 8-0 run for the Eagles in the first 3 minutes, and they're back within 3. Coach Bohr has really found the special ingredients at halftime that has his guys playing so much better in third quarters lately. And just like they did a week ago, they've made it a game with a top team in the conference. Right side Borst. As the Warriors trying to stop the bleeding here a little bit, out to Larson. Larson's scoreless in this game, back out to Borst. Sets and fires from 3, he'll miss, and Skelhaus the rebound. Eagles running the floor over the half-court line, out to Heisman, back to Skelhaus. Skelhaus, long 3 on the way. Yes, and Skelhaus ties it at 34. It's a Pella IV timeout. It's an 11-0 run for the Eagles as we have 4:38 remaining here in the third quarter on 92.1 at KRLS.
There's a place in downtown Pella that takes you right to the heart of Amsterdam. A beautiful brick walk featuring a winding canal, a working drawbridge, and Dutch architecture providing a classic old-world atmosphere. Welcome to the Molengraat. The Molengraat is home to some of Pella's finest lodging at the Amsterdam Hotel, dining with Liberty Street Kitchen and Oriental Express, Beautiful You Salon, Pella Nail Salon, and Pella Window and Door Showroom, and many service businesses. You can even take in a movie at Pella Cinemas. Good luck to our local sports teams from the Molengraat in Pella.
Andrew Schneider and Wynn Veenstra live inside our Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth. Pella Christian win an 11-0 run, and they are on fire to start this third quarter, and we're all knotted up.
Well, they forced Norwalk into some bad shots and some turnovers and Pella Christian went down and I think they've scored on every possession. So, if you score on every possession, you're generally going to win.
Well, and that's... the Norwalk team was very steady in building that 11-point lead, took advantage of some Eagles turnovers. And don't get me wrong, I don't think the Warriors are finishing with 34 in this game.
No.
But PC this has been 2 games in a row, conference-wise where they've had a big third quarter.
Yeah, But, I watched Coach Larson in that timeout, too. He was very calm with the guys and was basically just telling them what was happening to them.
We'll see if they can adjust here as Brown gets it outside to Bourne, just checking in. He leads the Warriors with 8 points. Bourne in the lane. Shot blocked by Mulder. Luke Mulder gets his second block shot. It's Skelhaas. Eagles looking for a lead, but they'll throw it away. They were trying an alley-oop to Hull to finish, and it's out of bounds last off of PC.
Yeah, they thought Norwalk touched it, and I thought so too. It looked like he took a swipe at it before he let it go out of bounds.
34-34, Eagles were looking for their first lead since they were up 8-2. In case you missed it, presented by the Veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic in the first quarter. Here's Juergens. Juergens works it in the corner for Joe Brown. Out to Larson. Larson works it right side to Borst. Borst dribbling free throw line. Center of the lane through Schurz. Can't get it to go. And the rebound is loose, and it's off of Lucas Hull's ankle.
Yeah. Boy, that ball took such a weird bounce, and Lucas should have been all over that ball going after it. He just didn't get his hands on it. Went off his leg and out of bounds.
3:44 remaining. Knotted up at 34 all. Warriors still held scoreless here in the quarter. Fake handoff on the pass there from Brown. He'll dribble it outside the circle. And then Reddick Bourne is tackled by Lucas Hull.
Well, Lucas saw the pass coming and had his hand on it, but he couldn't get his body around Bourne.
His second. And Eric Mulder back in after taking some pressure off for older brother, who had a couple of big blocks there in the quarter. Luke has done a good job protecting that rim. Eagles tied at 34 all, looking to upset 8-3 Norwalk. Warriors 3 on the way, and they needed that one. Max Juergens buries it. He came open.
Yeah, and he shot it nicely in rhythm.
Skelhaas has 13 points and a couple of wacky three-pointers in this one. Nico Schurz has his shot blocked by Tunender, but then he'll get his own rebound anyway and knock it in for 2.
Yeah, he's way better off the rebound because he just puts it right up so smooth. Oh, there's a charge or a travel.
And then Bourne is called, and he's fouled and knocked down, and 2 shots coming for Reddick Bourne. 37-36, we've got a good one here at Eagle Lane. 3:06 remaining here in the third quarter. And with about 3:36 remaining, Warriors scored their first points of this third quarter. Third foul, by the way, for Eric Mulder. So he's in a bit of foul trouble. Luke Mulder's going to come right back in for younger brother. Also in Bennett Sprunk with Jaden Heisman, Nico Schurz, and Levi Skelhaas. Bourne on the floor with Max Juergens, Ethan Carlson, Grant Larson, and Tunender. And Skelhaas his third rebound. Do have our final Hy-Vee fuel saver to give away in just a moment as well. Meanwhile, Eagles down by 2 after 1 of 2 go in for Bourne, who has 9 points. He's 3 of 4 from the line. Nearly a pass stolen. Instead, stepping into a 3 is Heisman. He'll miss it left side of the rim, and there's Carlson, his 4th rebound.
Yeah, good shot for Jaden. And he wasn't rushed, but he just couldn't knock it down.
On the other side, it's the Warriors as Nancy DeBryan of Oskaloosa's won 50 cents. There's a 3 on the way for the Warriors. Well off the mark. Rebound to Heisman. Make sure you stop by the Pella Hy-Vee. We're giving away Fuel Saver every night in the Hy-Vee Fuel Saver Radio 3-point challenge. A give-and-go pass. Heisman for 3. This time from the left side is in, and the Eagles are back up by 1. Their first lead here coming in this third quarter since early in the first. Heisman has 2 threes in this third quarter. 39-38. Sprunk and Bourne make some contact. Nothing called there. Larson back out to Reddick Bourne. Right side, Cole Tunender. Tunender crosses over on Schurz. Schurz nearly picks the dribble away from him. Instead, cutting is Juergens, and blocking foul called on Sprunk as Max Juergens is at the line for 2 shots. A close call. Bennett may have gotten there just a second late.
Yeah, it looked like he was there in plenty of time. We don't use the arc in high school, but maybe that's why he didn't give it to him. He thought he was too far under the basket.
Minute 58 remaining here in the third, and 2 shots coming. Second foul of the night on Bennett. First will miss. Coming in, Max Juergens is a 75% free throw shooter. Norwalk has missed now 3 so far on the night. 39-38 with a minute 58 remaining. Lucas Hull back in, as is Aiden Stoltz for PC. Second goes, Juergens has 10. Tied at 39, minute 50 to go here in the third. And there is a whistle and a foul called on Bourne. Coach Larson did not agree with that call as Bourne was about to run it out and get an easy steal and layup. But he made contact with Stoltz apparently, according to the officials, and Larson checks out.
Got him on the wrist just a little bit, I think.
So it stays PC ball, Lucas Hull from the point. He's in for Skelhaas, giving him a rest, who has 13 points. Out to Heisman, who has a couple of big threes here in this quarter. He sets up off the screen, the dribble, looking for more from downtown. Can't go, left side of the rim. And the rebound is controlled, and running it out is Eggers. Eggers up ahead, and Lucas Hull will poke it out, and then it goes off of Tunender on his way out of bounds.
Yeah, they had a 2-on-2, but had slight step, but Lucas is able to deflect it just enough that Norwalk player couldn't hang on to it.
A couple of Warriors turnovers in the quarter. Tied at 39, top of the key, three on the way for Stoltz, hits off the awning above the rim, and it is a rebound over to Norwalk.
Yeah, that strap gets so many out-of-bounds plays. I don't know why we can't get rid of that silly safety strap.
After three, a Strawberry Cellular Instant Radio Update. Pella in control, 55-43. Now, we said they were in control against DMC on Tuesday. That didn't go so well, so see if the Dutch can erase that tough comeback loss to the Warriors, or to the Lions against the Indians. Meanwhile, the Warriors have the ball and another foul, third here on Bennett Sprunk. Pella's 10-1.
Yeah,
what happened against DMC happens, but I don't think it's going to happen again.
Sounds like the threes are falling, though, for Pella tonight.
58 seconds remaining. Good patience initially, and then it's off a block shot by, it looked like Jaden Heisman, and it bounces off, unfortunately for the Eagles, right off the baseline.
Yeah, Jaden blocked it right down into the baseline. It came right back to him, but he had hit out of bounds first.
Here comes Norwalk again. Carlson in the corner, open three, doesn't go. And a rebound out to Luke Mulder. He has 5 on the night. Here's Hull. Eagles trying to get a lead here without their top two scorers, Skelhaas and Mulder on the bench. Out to Lucas. Lucas crossing over, spin move, floater in the lane, off the mark. Here's Jaden Heisman. Heisman in the paint, finishes for 2, and the putback is in.
Yeah, Norwalk went to sleep on defense when he got that offensive rebound. They all just stood and watched him make it in the basket.
The Eagles are back up on top. They were down by 11 at the half, in case you missed it, presented by the veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic in Pella, and they are looking to start the second half of the conference season with an upset win at home. 41-39 as Bourne continues to hold here for this possession. 3 on the way before the horn doesn't go. 3 seconds remaining. Heisman from 3/4 court away won't get it to go after he gets the rebound. But the Eagles flip the script on PC. And we are all knotted up, or not knotted up, excuse me. It's Pella Christian 41, Norwalk 39 inside our Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth.
Check out the hottest deals of the week, available right now at the Hy-Vee stores in Pella and Knoxville. Hy-Vee bacon-wrapped sirloin fillets for a 5-ounce cut, just $1.99, and for an 8-ounce cut, just $2.99 each. A 1-pint package of fresh blueberries is just $1.77, limit 2, and select varieties of Progresso soup are just 99 cents a can, limit 4 total. These hot deals are good now through Tuesday, January 26th at the Hy-Vee stores in Pella and Knoxville.
Live inside our Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth. We got a good one here for you tonight as we kick off the second half of the Little Hawkeye Conference season. Pella Christian 41, Norwalk 39, and it's just another night in the Little Hawkeye Conference win where a team appears to be in control. The Warriors dominated the second quarter, got to an 11-point advantage, but this Eagles team is starting to figure things out about themselves that makes them a really scary opponent for any Class 2A team. They have developed an ability to come back despite double-digit deficits.
Well, what I think happened here in the third quarter, they really played under control. They didn't get so wild and throw the ball away, and played solid defense. What did Norwalk score? 5 points in that quarter, and so
a lot of it didn't come till late.
Great defense on the interior, especially without picking up. They got 6 fouls, but nothing real serious.
Oh, we got music playing here. The Crazy Train coming here to Eagle Lane, in contact and a travel on Norwalk. And Coach Larson is upset with what happened at the scorer's table there.
Yeah.
Wanted, I think, a stoppage. And it's the third Norwalk turnover of the half. I don't blame him. You got to figure that out on the sideline.
There's got to be a mute button. You got to hit that sucker as soon as this quarter starts.
I'm surprised the officials didn't stop it there. 41-39. Eagles get away with one there. Top of the circle to Hull. And the student section back up looking for Eric Mulder. Mulder to give him a 2-possession lead, and Mulder has 16 points.
They really haven't had a stop for Eric when he gets the ball down there, and they just haven't got it to him enough.
And Mulder he's not healthy enough to stay on the floor the entire game, but I imagine they'll ride him as long as they can here in the fourth quarter, up by 4. Norwalk's offense has gone ice cold since a 34-point first half. What does Coach Larson have drawn up here? It's a turnover, throwaway again. It is the 4th Warriors turnover, and the Eagles have a chance to take this one over. It's a full timeout for Chris Larson, 43-39, live inside our Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth.
Here's a garage door tip from the gurus of garage doors at DeYoung Door Service. Not all insulated garage doors are created equally. You can get a quote-unquote insulated garage door with an R value as low as 3. The best insulated garage doors have an R value over 15. That's a major difference. So before buying your new garage door, visit with the gurus of garage doors and make sure that you get the right insulation level to get the job done.
Hi, this is Kurt DeYoung. We're the gurus of garage doors, DeYoung Door Service in Pella.
Win, let's talk about our creative idea drawn up by Brand Appeal. The Eagles are doing the things that they do well when they win games here tonight, and it's really been a nice defensive performance here in the second half. One of their best of the season so far.
Yeah, they've done a nice job of recognizing what Norwalk wants to do. Norwalk hasn't adjusted to that as well as they probably would like to, and on offense they've been very efficient, have really taken care of the basketball, and maybe slowed it down just a little bit of a notch and made that one extra pass or 2 extra passes to get a better look at the basket.
Your creative idea drawn up by Brand Appeal. When your team needs creative ideas, call the team at Brand Appeal for all your print, web, or interactive needs. Have all sorts of scores and Strauver Cellular instant radio updates. Nevada 49, PCM 28. That's a girls final. Also Des Moines Christian 64, Pleasantville 47 after 3. Boys action. Our score here is 43-39. Here comes some pressure. Eric Mulder gets it up ahead to Bennett Sprunk. Sprunk bounce pass into Schurz. Schurz off the window, counted and 1. Nico Schurz, a chance for 3 on the press break.
Well, I thought he was too far under the basket, but the Norwalk player gave him a lane to the hoop, and he was able to lay it off the glass and in.
Great press break run there by PC. Started with Skelhaas. They found Mulder, who had 2 Eagles players that were wide open, and then Nico was left open. So I'm just wondering where the Warriors were. They just tried to press break, but they didn't cover anybody.
Yeah, and you know, and the quickest way to make a team quit pressing is to get layups out of it.
And Schurz will cash in a 3-point play with 6:54 remaining. It is a 3-possession game, 46-39. Eagles up by 7 as they look to play a stunner role here to begin the conference half of the season. Warriors have been playing some really good basketball this week coming in. They're 8-3 overall, the defending conference and state champions in Class 3A. Obviously a different team. Eric Mulder, good pressure here. Eagles can't come up with the ball as they harass Tunender. Right side, now top of the circle for Juergens. Juergens caught center of the lane for Larson. This Eagles defense is really ramping something up here. And now Juergens, it's pickpocketed. And there's Bennett Sprunk, the 5th Warriors turnover. Out to Mulder. Here's Skelhaas. Eagles can be as patient as they want here, Win. Up by 7.
Look for a good shot.
Out to Sprunk. Sprunk
there it is.
Down low. Here's Eric Mulder. Mulder through the defense. Counted and 1 again. Mulder, another 3-point play chance for the Eagles.
As I said, he had a one-on-one situation on the block, and Norwalk doesn't have an answer for that, and he was able to finish.
Coach Larson trying to find some answers here, but right now PC in control of this one. Eric Mulder, a 62% foul shooter. He's already 1 of 2 tonight. Make it 2 of 3. It is a 10-point Eagles lead, 49-39. They have outscored Norwalk, in case you missed it, presented by the veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic, 26-5 in the half. 3 on the way, no good. Tunender, and he gets a 3-point chance as Eric Mulder lost the position. That's his 4th.
Yeah, there's a case where he didn't get the rebound. You just got to let him take that shot you're underneath the hoop, you've got no chance to block it, and he picks up a bad foul there.
It's not a great play. Yeah, like you said, it's easier to take the 2.
But Tuner, to his credit, used that rim to keep Eric from being able to block it, and all he could do was foul him, and he still made the shot. So
now Eric has to sit down. Luke is back in. Luke Mulder, that is. But he'll get the rebound. 6 rebounds for Luke. The Eagles up by 8 with 5:37 remaining. Luke Mulder hands it off. Skelhaas online for 3. Too long, but there's Bennett Spunk the rebound. Out to Lucas Hull. Hull passes up on the shot in the corner, and then he's fouled on the baseline.
Well, good defense there to cut that baseline off, but just got his body in front of him a little bit. No, it should be a ball. It should be the ball.
Oh, no, you're right.
Yeah, it's only 4.
Sorry, I got the other switch on the board. 7 fouls for PC in the half. 49-41. 15 on the foul. That's Tunender, his second. Bounce pass into Schurz. Schurz can't finish at the rim. And then the Warriors tie up with each other, and then Schurz tried to reach in and foul them.
Yeah, there's a case where Nico was just a little too far out. He needs to stop a step sooner, but Norwalk was there with the defense.
1-1 for Tunender. This game is far from over, folks. 49-41. Especially with the foul trouble the Eagles are in right now. Having Eric Mulder having to sit with 4 fouls in the game. They'll miss the front end, though. And PC's done just a really nice job of collecting rebounds.
Yeah, boxing out. Luke used the size of his body there to keep that man out.
I just have 2 offensive rebounds, but PC will turn it over. Bad pass by Skelhaas, and then finishing for 2 is Norwalk. And there's Joe Brown. Eagles can't do that.
Yeah, he was going to throw it to Levi, and Levi was going to throw it to Luke, and Luke didn't go after it.
There's the Pella Hy-Vee timeout for Coach Bohr. 49-43, a full timeout. We'll take it with them. Eagles lead by 6 on KRLS.
At Ulrich Ford & Lincoln, area residents have trusted us since 1935, and they trust us today as we continue taking care of you. A big part of that trust is because we're here after the sale with local service, and that's especially important in today's technology age. There can be a big learning curve when you buy a new vehicle, and we're here for you to stop by anytime with any question, no matter how big or small. So for your next vehicle purchase, find out for yourself why so many area residents trust Ulrich Ford & Lincoln in Pella, where we're taking care of you.
So you want to buy your first home, but you don't have enough for a down payment. Good news. See First Credit Union has a first-time homebuyers grant program. As a first-time home buyer, you could qualify for up to $5,000 towards your down payment. It also comes with our team of local experts, mortgage education, and quick processing. If you're in the market for your first home and worried about qualifying, don't give up. Call See First at 866-360-5370 or go to c1stcu.com. NCUA insured, equal housing opportunity.
Andrew Schneider and Wynn Veenstra in our Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth. Eagles have the ball, a 6-point lead. A couple of turnovers, though, by the Eagles have allowed the Warriors to get back within 2 possessions. Norwalk is led by as much as 13 in this game. Pella Christian by as much as 10. Out to Schurz, left side to Jaden Heisman. Luke Mulder in the post for Eric Mulder, who has 4 fouls. Heisman spin move, center of the lane floater, can't get it to go. But a long rebound chased down by Lucas Hull. It stays Pella Christian basketball. Bounce pass out to Heisman. Heisman sets and fires from 3. That's short. Another fight for the rebound as everyone's everywhere. There should be a travel called. And the near side official blew it. As Brown gets the rebound and no finish. And a tie-up on the rebound here. Coach Bohr not happy with the calls here.
No.
That should have been an obvious rebound and travel. Arrow will go to PC, but this near side official completely lost his composure and was like, I don't know what happened.
Yeah, and then on the other end, when Norwalk missed the layup, Pella Christian didn't come down with a solid defensive rebound there, and it was tied up, but they still get the ball on the possession.
Strauver Cellular instant radio update. It's Pella 59, Indianola 57 with 3 minutes left in the 4th quarter. It's becoming a troubling trend for the Dutch. They're losing some 4th quarter battles here. Granted, against good teams. Heisman dribbles up the left side of the lane out to Schurz. Nico finding a cutting Heisman who will miss the point-blank layup. The Eagles cannot buy a bucket here, but they'll get another offensive rebound.
Well, he couldn't decide if he was going to dunk it or do a reverse layup, and he didn't either.
49-43, Eagles still a 6-point lead, and then a foul call as Skelhaas dribbles and drives into the lane. That's his second for Bourne.
Eric's going to come back now, and he's just got to play smart here. Don't pick up. If you get a foul, it better be on a real important play, not a cheap one.
Oh, and they've got to find a way, Eagles do, to get him the ball here and just put it up for two.
Where he's standing, they can lob it right on top of him, and he can put it in.
Trying to fight through a double team into Heisman. Heisman, 10-footer, doesn't go. The rebound tipped out of bounds, will stay with
Bourne
PC.
came down funny, too.
Yeah, and that's not good. Reddick Bourne. And he's barking at himself.
He's walking it off, though, so I think he's okay.
Just a hard contact with the floor. Official is trying to dry that spot off where he fell, and he's in for this one. 3:40 remaining. Pella Christian 49, Norwalk 43. Eagles trying to hang on to a 10-point lead here in this half. Heisman will catch a long inbound on a bullet pass near the half-court line. And there's Lucas Hull. Hull, center of the lane, found his opening, and then it's a held ball, and it's a turnover, goes to Norwalk.
Yeah, I thought he was going to get the layup off on the left side that time, but he got called on the tie-up instead. Yeah, Bourne is still limping, though, a little bit.
Yeah, he's out. So Grant Larson back in along with Sam Eggers for the Warriors. So we're in this game with 3:32 remaining here in the fourth. 6-point lead for PC. But their defense starting to show some gaps here in the fourth quarter after just 5 points in the third. There's a shot blocked by Eric Mulder. Mulder fighting hard for the rebound. It should be PC ball. It went out of bounds off of Joe Brown.
Well, that's what it looked like from my spot.
And another poor officiating job here on the near sideline. This guy, I think, is a little overwhelmed by the moment. It goes and stays with Norwalk. But a block for Eric Mulder, his first of the night.
They're going
to get a foul called, and Eric's out.
That didn't look like a foul. It looked to me like he had his hand on the ball, and there was no body contact.
So Mulder's out, and the Coach Bourne knows that's not a good thing. With 3:13 left here in the fourth, Eric Mulder is fouled out.
The good thing is they still have the lead. So
right.
Now Norwalk's got a chance to narrow it here a little bit on the free throw line.
Here's Ethan Carlson for his first pair. First is in. Carlson is a 50% free throw shooter. Credit the Warriors, they're hanging in tough. The Eagles have not played nearly as well here in the fourth quarter as they did in the third.
Yeah, they've scored just 5 points again, now make it 6. But Pella Christian's kind of quit scoring as well.
Carlson up to 8 points, full court pressure. Lucas Hull dribbles through it. Then uncorks it in the corner for Heisman, who's been ice cold here in the fourth quarter after a pair of big threes in the third. Here's Heisman working it in to Skelhaus. Skelhaus a shot fake back to Jaden. 3 minutes remaining here in the fourth, so a lot of time for both of these teams in this conference showdown. Here's Heisman. Heisman fouled on his way up to the hoop, and he'll get 1 and 1.
Yeah, good job of taking the ball to the rim there. Got called on the drive, and Jaden's, I think, a pretty good free throw shooter, if I'm not mistaken. So
Heisman is not shot a lot. He has not made one this year.
Oh, well, then I guess we're going to find out.
I guess we'll find out how good he is. He is 0 of 3.
His dad was a really good free throw shooter. Let's go there.
There we go. 1 and 1 coming. The third foul, by the way, for Carlson, and he'll miss it. Rebound Norwalk. 49-45. Can the Warriors pull the comeback off here? It all started with a 3-point play by Tunender. Brown had it blocked by Schurz, but he'll track down his own rebound, then lose it on the floor. Loose ball.
Jump. Yep.
Then a jump ball.
This time it'll go to Pella Christian. Full court pressure here out of Norwalk. Coach Larson is calling for full court pressure.
Why not?
Well, you got to,
yeah.
and Pella Christian, they've got to make them pay for that with a layup.
Count is up to 4 when the bounce pass comes into Skelhaus. Skelhaus has to run around and try and get the defense off of him. A screen from Lucas Hull will help that. Still a 2-possession game, but it has tightened down. It was a 10-point Eagles lead here early in the fourth quarter. It was a 13-point advantage Norwalk in the first half, and then a foul called Bennett Sprunk. It will hit the floor. May have been bailed out a little bit as he was starting to fall, and Tunender got tasked with that one. That's his third. There's a lot with
tangled
3.
up with his legs there and kind of ran over him.
And Bourne is back on the floor. Reddick Bourne is for now. but now he'll come back out for Max Jurgens. So back and forth we go.
No, he's not coming out. 25
Oh, no.
is.
It looked like he was. Bourne went to go walk to Coach Larson. He's still limping a little bit, is Bourne. 49-45, another 1-and-1 here for Bennett Sprunk this time. Sprunk is shooting 33% from the free throw line. This has been a massive bugaboo here for PC. They are just a very poor free throw shooting team, and they've missed 6 here tonight.
Yeah, and you know, you had those, take 4 of those 6, and you're up by 8 instead of just 4.
And they're having to rely on their defense here. Tunender through traffic and counting it. And Coach Bohr can't believe it.
Neither can half the crowd.
This official, whoever this guy is, has completely lost his ability, I think, to see what's happening clearly on the floor. It's an and one for Norwalk.
Yeah,
a big one there for Tunender.
Gets him a chance to cut it to 1 with 2 minutes to go.
That's what Coach Bohr is trying to tell this guy, that he has no clue what he saw. And Tunender, again, credit Norwalk. They get the three-point play, and it's back within 1. But all the calls in this half have been missed, and unfortunately have gone against PC. There's a reach-in on Max Jurgens, and Bennett Sprunk back at the line for 1-and-1.
Yeah, now they got to start making some free throws, though, if you're Pella Christian, and Norwalk's got to continue to hope that they keep missing.
I think JD is still he's going to get all he can get out of this near side official, and I think a little bit of a calming presence here from another assistant coach for the Eagles. Sprunk at the line for the 1-and-1. And another miss. Now, you can say all you want about the officials win, but the Eagles are missing the free throws.
Yeah, got to make those free throws.
It's 49-48 with 1:53 remaining. Norwalk a chance to take the lead. Here's Larson. He's been scoreless so far. And here's Tunender. Tunender kicks it out top of the key for the lead, and the 3 doesn't go. Nico Schurz is fouled on the rebound. And I don't know if I necessarily agree with that call. Good positioning for Ethan Carlson.
Same ref, though.
And Nico's at the line for 2 shots now. Eagles have missed 6 free throws in this game. They are just 3 of 9 from the line.
Yeah, I think they've missed, 3 in a row here, too.
Yeah. Schurz, though, this time, if he misses, will have a chance to make another. With 1:41 remaining, 49-48. And I don't agree with that call against Norwalk's Carlson, who had great position trying to rip it away from Schurz. And that is another miss. Here comes the second. 4th foul, by the way, on Carlson.
There it is.
And he'll make it. 6 points here for Schurz. A 30-second timeout, a Pella High V timeout. 50-48 with 1:41 remaining. Neither team is, Norwalk has chipped away at a 10-point advantage for PC, but neither team is executing particularly well here in the fourth quarter.
Well, Pella Christian, with about 3.5 minutes to go, kind of went into a little bit of a slowdown mode and had a couple opportunities to feed that ball into the post and didn't do it. And I think, anytime you start taking the momentum away, it seems like it just goes against you. And Pella Christian needs to get back to playing aggressive when they get the ball on offense and not try to salt this thing away.
Well, the Pella basketball team will hang on. A missed buzzer beater from Indianola. Strauver Cellular instant radio update. The Dutch will continue to be undefeated in Little Hawkeye Conference play despite blowing a 12-point third quarter lead, 65-63. The Dutch will remain perfect in conference play. Our score here is 50-48 as the Eagles looking to start the second half of the conference season with an upset. Meanwhile, Norwalk trying to get their 5th conference win to keep pace with some of those top teams. Left side, Tunender. Tunender wraps it around Carlson in the corner for 3. He can't get it to fall, and then the rebound is tipped out of bounds and will go to PC. There was a lot of contact that wasn't called.
Bennett had great position. They should have got Jurgens for going over his back, and they didn't call it.
Carlson has 4 fouls, so Evan Borst will come in for him. Full court pressure, 86 seconds remaining. And then a timeout, Pella High V timeout for Coach Bohr. He has 1 remaining.
Yeah, he could see they were in trouble there.
You're listening to Pella Christian versus Norwalk basketball, powered by Bank Iowa on FM 92.1 KRLS Pella Knoxville, KRLS HD1, and the Pella Christian High School YouTube channel. It has been a messy back-and-forth fourth quarter. The Eagles hanging on to a 2-point lead, 50-48. Pella Christian, in case you missed it, presented by the veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic, have had 6 foul shots in the quarter, and they have made 1.
Yeah,
And meanwhile, Norwalk
they're going to have more coming up, so they got to start making them.
Norwalk has come back from a 10-point deficit. It was a huge third quarter, folks. Pella Christian went on an 18-5 quarter in the third. At one point, it was a 26-8 run before the Warriors have since closed it back up. Norwalk at one point in the second quarter led by 13 points at one point.
Well, but if you look at the score right now, for the whole half, Norwalk has only scored, 14 points.
Yeah, which is what PC could hope for.
Yeah, and so you got to say you've done a great job defensively. You just got to finish it off offensively.
Little Hawkeye Conference, what can you say? Just quality basketball. Pella edging out Indianola in the boys' game, and now PC has a 2-point lead. Can they hang on for a big upset win? With 1:24 remaining over the defending conference champions and 3A title winners. Skelhas dribbling out some clock here. Defense by him. Sprunk is fouled, and that's the thing. Levi's trying to hang on to the ball and hope he is the one who ends up drawing the contact.
Yeah, I'm sure he's by far their best free throw shooter, but they had to give it up, and then they foul as soon as he gives it up.
First in for Bennett, misses. He is 0 of 3 from the line.
They haven't looked good, just a little off to the side.
50-48, Eagles up by 2 with 1:14 remaining. Eagles have missed 6 free throws, make it 7 in the quarter. Rebound goes over to Norwalk. Tunender has 5 in the night. With 1:07 remaining, here is Reddick Bourne. Bourne out to Larson. Larson top of the key for 3 in the lead. He got it. Grant Larson was the hero in the state championship game last spring, and he's back up, and the Warriors are up by 1.
Yeah, now when you're down a point, you can't be conservative. You got to go get a basket.
Without Eric Mulder, who fouled out earlier in this quarter. 42 seconds remaining, out to Skelhas. Levi pops up a prayer from 3, and it's answered.
He was standing on the sidelines, and he knocked that in.
Skelhas the answer. Eagles back up by 2 with 28 seconds remaining. Here's Bourne. Bourne right side. Losing the dribble. Back and forth they go. Bourne puts it up. It's short, and the rebound goes to Heisman. Over to Levi Skelhas. Skelhas is fouled.
Not only fouled, he's mugged.
And the Eagles can possibly put this one away if Skelhas can make 2 at the line. A huge shot by Levi puts him up by 2. Skelhas is a 70% foul shooter. He is the best on the Eagles roster, and he's had a phenomenal evening. 16 points for Levi. 2 shots coming for Skelhas. If he can make 1, it makes it Norwalk can only tie this game before the end of regulation. If he can make both,
well, Norwalk
puts him really behind the wall.
Norwalk was really out of control there on that play. He misses the first one.
The Eagles have been absolutely abysmal from the free throw line in this fourth quarter. I don't know how Norwalk hasn't taken advantage of it, because he misses both. 9 seconds remaining. Warriors, here comes Bourne for the tie, and he is called with the offensive foul. He gets called with the offensive foul, and it's a turnover, Warriors.
Wow.
And Coach Larson can't believe it.
Wow.
There was all sorts of contact in the lane and a Pella Hy-Vee timeout, and Coach Larson is asking what they saw, and it's that same official who has really struggled in this game, and it's a full timeout. It was Bourne for the tie. It looked like Heisman blocked the shot anyway from behind. I think Larson thought he made contact. Instead, it's a charge, the 3rd foul on Reddick Bourne. Back and forth we go.
Well, and Pella Christian's going to get the ball now. So
it's kind of a sad situation here.
Community Hospital. I'm going to pray for him just a moment, if you would.
53-51.
The great physician, we just pray that you'll be with Jim in this hour of need, that you will hold him in your arms, that you will bless the doctors and nurses that they may provide skilled care. And we pray that you will that Jim be restored in health. We pray all this in Jesus' name. Amen.
Let's hope that Warriors bus driver is okay. 53-51. So Pella Christian has the basketball. Obviously, basketball notwithstanding, that's the most important thing, and we hope he's in good hands. We know he's in good hands over at Pella Regional Health Center. That's just heartbreaking. 53-51. We got a ball game to call. Eagles with the basketball have not been able to make much in the way of foul shots here in the fourth quarter. They're going to look for Skelhaus again with 5 seconds remaining. A second will come off the clock, and Skelhaus can put this one away now by making 2.
Yeah, only 4.4 seconds left, so one makes it to where they got to throw a launch up to try the game, and if he can make 2, they can just stand back and watch him play.
Very quickly, do you want to get a special shout out in to the web team helping with our Pella Christian YouTube stream. First is in for Skelhaus, finally gets one in, as Zeb Canis, a freshman, helping Frank and his team tonight get this one on for video, and what a good one we've had so far. 54-51, and a Pella High V timeout for Coach Larson.
Well, Coach Larson's got to draw up 2 scenarios here. What are we going to do if he misses, and he's got a timeout left, so if they miss, they can call an immediate timeout and set up another play. But if he makes, this one is basically over. Pella Christian can just go down and let them shoot anything they want and let the clock run out.
54-51, Andrew Schneider and Win Veenstra on the one to count on for today's local sports. After 3, it's Davis County 65, Knoxville 64. Or no, 30. Oh, what? Let me reread that again.
We're going to have to get you new glasses.
My brain is fried tonight. Knoxville 65, Davis County 34 after 3. Strawberry Cellular Instant Radio Update. Also, Des Moines Christian knocks off Pleasantville 78-66. So they'll have a winning week. And then on our Marion County Bank Radio scoreboard, Pella wins by 2. Skelhaus for the win. He knocks it in. Finally, the Eagles got the 2 foul shots they needed. 4 seconds remaining. It won't matter. A 3-pointer on the way will miss, and time will run out. And the Eagles will knock off Norwalk in a huge second-half comeback. Final score, 55-51. Pella Christian live inside our Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth.
Home Rosendahl Tiling in Monroe has been a trusted expert in the Marion and Jasper County areas for more than 40 years. They're experienced in understanding the contour of the land to identify how water management can help your farm or business, and they work with you to develop a draining solution that's right for your project using precision intake products. In addition to tiling, they install septic systems and water lines, as well as site preparation for new construction with their backhoe, excavator, and bulldozer services. Call Caritha at 259-2651 for a free estimate on your next project, or visit RosendalTiling.com.
Marion County Bank salutes farmers and their families in Marion County and the surrounding area. Hi, I'm Brian Hoosier, Ag Lender at Marion County Bank, and we know that for today's farmers to be successful, it takes more than just hard work and dedication. It takes a commitment. At Marion County Bank, we're committed to our area farmers' success too. We have the experience